Good evening, folks. It's just me. It's about 9 after 11 at night. Just getting out of the gym. And it's still humid as can be. My card says 93 degrees even at this time of night. And we're supposed to get a little bit of rain. I thought I felt something. We need moisture badly. We're in a pretty serious drought. It's much worse out in western Kansas. I mean, dust devils and dust storms west of Hoisington. So it's a mess. And I think I just saw a little bit of lightning to the west of here. So yesterday I did my civic duty. I went to the Johnson County Elections Board up on Kansas City Road. I mean, I had absolutely no problems whipping out my driver's license. Everything matched. I was in and out very quick. I did the touch screen voting machines, and it was very, very easy to use, and had no problems, you know. So, for Lance Kinzer for the 30th House District, Greg Smith for the 21st Senate District. Yep. There was like two people I did not really know. It was the Mr. and Mrs. Whiteside for it's Precinct 5, Ward 2 here in Lenexa. I've heard of those two before. I think it's only because they are parishioners of Holy Trinity Catholic Church, the same church I go to. So that's where I heard of them. I voted for Kevin Yoder in 2010. I was initially skeptical at first, you know. In the 2010 primary, I voted for Staff Sergeant Dan Gilliard. And Gilliard's been pretty busy with his project. It's like, I don't know, it's like a wind water project or something. I don't know exactly what it does. He's pretty busy. But as for Kevin Yoder, I've been very pleasantly surprised by his performance. I didn't agree with every vote, but he was willing to talk with his constituents. He interviewed on the radio as often as possible, particularly like KMZ 98 AM, 98.1 FM. Sometimes on KCMO 710 AM and 103.7 FM, and sometimes on TV. So he's willing to talk with his constituents. He did town hall meetings. He responded very quickly when I call him, call his office, left messages, or emailed him. He responded back to me sometimes the very next day, as was the case with my complaint about the rather atrocious TV show Alan Gregory, which I also wrote Archbishop Joseph Nauman and my parish priest, Father Francis and Father Barry. So, okay, so I've been very pleased with Kevin Yoder, and Lance Kinzer is very conservative. He cares about our schools, and he believes we should be given more freedom and how local cities in Johnson County can deal with the funding. If they want to ask for more money, raise taxes beyond the state's requirements, which I think is silly. If they want to raise, he favors allowing Johnson County more local control over school funding, because very often the state doesn't know what these local cities, governments need, and at the same time, why should we pay for other districts, like out in Western Kansas or down in Miami County or wherever, At the same time, I think it's disingenuous. It's disingenuous for Western Kansas to pay for Johnson County, because the rural counties out west are more concerned with keeping their taxes and findings local too. So I think it helps everyone. It's more fair that way. And Greg Smith, unfortunately, his daughter Kelsey was kidnapped and viciously murdered. So he's the one behind Kelsey's law. And I think Kelsey's law was directly responsible for bringing Adam Longoria to justice for the murder of Alicia DeBoat in Great Bend. So enough of my rambling.